For the second part of the 2023 Berkeley Omnium, we have the Berkeley Streets Criterium. This is a joint effort put on by Cal Cycling and the Berkeley Bicycle Club, and it was a super well-run event, as always, and it was just great being around the city of Berkeley for the day, hanging out, helping out, and just being around some great people. The course is the same for 2023 as it was for 2022. We have some tight stretches, some pretty narrow turns, and a little bit of elevation. Pedal strikes are definitely a consideration on this course. At this northern corner up here, that's an uphill corner. A lot of folks were clipping pedals there, but I also managed to do it on this hairpin and on this southernmost corner. All right, so there goes the whistle and the race has begun. As you can see, I really struggled to get clipped in. That left cleat just did not want to go in, so I lose a few seconds there as I try to accelerate. We have Sean pass me on the left. That's the rider in the white Team California jersey, and he actually goes on to win this race. So congrats to Sean, and good luck up in Cat 3 now. So here we are just a few moments later. You can see the rider up and to the left in that white Berkeley Bike Club kit is Alan. He's my teammate for the day, but of course it doesn't really turn out how we would have liked. So what we're seeing here is the field is really stretched out on a pretty tight and technical course. For lack of better words, I like to refer to what's happening here as the slinky effect, where due to braking, which sends a ripple back down the field, you end up not being able to corner as fast as you might like, and you really have to make up that differential on the turn exit, which means you're spending a lot of watts just trying to stick with the group and not get dropped. So that's what ends up going on here for a long time, and even though we're back here getting a good draft, we really have to hammer it out of the turns, which is pretty taxing, for lack of better words. So here I'm gonna pull past Alan on his right and try to just make it to that next wheel up in front of me and try to hopefully fight for some positions back. So here I am behind this Cal Cycling rider. I've been right on his wheel for the last probably 5 laps, and he's just been drilling out a ton of watts for the last probably 10 or so minutes. Just picking off riders, trying to fight back for position. Just super, super impressive work. I think in this turn, I'm going to overtake him, and then he's going to hop back on my wheel, and then I'm going to try to take a little bit of a pull here and try to close that gap. There's some riders off up ahead, which we'll get to in the next clip. These are riders who I want to be a little bit closer to, so we'll see how that pans out. So I continue the pull for a while, and I eventually get onto the wheel of this Super Sprinkles rider here. This is somebody I've raced with before. I know he's a pretty strong rider, so I'm going to try to work with him, and hopefully we can team up and stay in it together. We know that we're gradually increasing our chances of being dropped and pulled from the race, with every second that goes on and we're not able to close some distance. So it's really a team effort at this point. So he does a great job pulling for a while, and then I let him know that I'm going to pull through, and he of course hops on my wheel, and then I kind of take the baton from here. So this is what we do for the next few laps, just trading back and forth, and this is definitely the highest effort part of the race because it's just the two of us breaking the wind. We do overtake a bunch of riders in the process, but for the most part, it's just the two of us. So either one of us is eating the wind or it's the other, and there's not a whole lot of time to rest, especially with this hill here. So heart rates are high, adrenaline is high, and we're just trying our best to stay in it. So a few more minutes have passed, and I'm back on Joe's wheel, and I am really, really starting to feel it here. Looking back at the data, we averaged around 23.5 miles an hour. Most of that was just the two of us, and that includes that first really slow free lap that we took before the race had even started. So that just speaks to how much work we had to do here and how many watts we had to push just to stay in it. We just saw the field go in the other direction, so we know that we're not immediately in danger of being lapped, but we know that to stay in this race, we're really just going to have to keep our heads down and keep pushing out watts. So it's my turn to pull once again, and I'm actually feeling a little bit better now. We've been keeping up pretty good speed in the turns just by learning the lines, so We think, given the amount of time remaining, we'll probably be able to hang on and stay in the race. Unfortunately here, the race official blows the whistle and our day is over.